Okay, so get ready to dive into something a little different today. Something you wouldn't normally hear us dissecting.
Ah.
A guide to finding love.
Hmm.
Yeah, I know algorithms and historical trends are more our speed, but this lesjubison.pdf guide, I gotta admit, it's got me curious.
Yeah.
This isn't about cheesy pickup lines, is it?
Not at all.
Okay, good.
What's fascinating about this guide is its approach.
Okay.
It's like a project plan for your love life.
So no more throwing spaghetti at the wall and seeing what sticks.
Well, not quite. You still need to put yourself out there.
Okay.
But the guide emphasizes preparing yourself first,
Right.
which is a refreshing take.
Okay.
It's not about just finding a partner. It's about becoming the best version of yourself so you attract the right partner.
So step one is ditching my dating uniform of sweatpants and a coffee-stained t-shirt.
Well, there is a section on self-care and presentation, but it's much deeper than that.
Okay.
The guide dives into physical health, sure,
Yeah.
but also the importance of mental and emotional well-being.
Okay, so it's not just about hitting the gym. It's about...
It's about inner work, managing stress, building confidence, and fostering a positive mindset. It argues that you attract what you project. So if you're projecting insecurity,
Right.
you're more likely to attract someone who reinforces those insecurities.
Wow, that's a thought.
And it goes beyond that.
Okay.
The guide talks about how pursuing your passions makes you more attractive too.
Wait, really? Explain that one to me.
Think about it. When you're genuinely passionate about something, you light up.
Yeah.
You become more animated, more engaged, and more interesting.
So that incredible garden you're growing, or maybe it's coding the next big app, that passion is part of what makes you you, and that's attractive.
Precisely. The guide also emphasizes personal growth, communication skills, emotional intelligence, conflict resolution, things that are valuable in all relationships, not just romantic ones.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So once we've invested in ourselves, what's next on this love roadmap? Time to hit the dating apps.
Not so fast.
Oh.
While the guide acknowledges dating apps as one avenue, it stresses the importance of expanding your social circle organically.
Okay, but what if I'm not a join every club person? How do I actually expand my social circle?
Think about your interests
Okay.
and find ways to connect with like-minded people.
Okay.
Passionate about animal rescue.
Yeah.
Volunteer at a shelter. Love vintage sci-fi novels. There's an online community for that.
Right.
It's about shared passions, not forced interactions.
So we've leveled up, expanded our horizons, and we're out there mingling with fellow enthusiasts. Now comes the exciting part, actually identifying someone who piques our interest. But isn't that part kind of nerve-wracking? What if this guide is all about cheesy pickup lines?
It's refreshingly straightforward.
Okay.
The guide emphasizes sincerity over any kind of gamesmanship. It's about authentic connection, not trying to win someone over.
Okay, I can get behind that.
Yeah.
But how does that actually play out in real life?
Sure.
Let's say you've met someone who checks all the boxes on paper. How do you go from initial spark to a real connection? What does that look like according to this guide?
It emphasizes shared experiences.
Okay.
And not just dinner and a movie. Imagine instead you're both trying a new activity for the first time. Maybe rock climbing or pottery class. There's an element of vulnerability of laughing at your own awkwardness that can really accelerate closeness.
That's a great example. So much better than just staring at each other across a candlelit table.
Yeah.
This guide is full of surprises.
It really is.
Yeah.
And it doesn't shy away from the tough stuff either.
Okay.
Once you've built a connection, it encourages you to evaluate compatibility.
Okay.
Not just on a surface level, but on those deeper things that really matter for a long-term relationship.
Compatibility.
Yeah.
It sounds so obvious, but it can be tricky to really assess, right?
Exactly. The guide breaks it down into 3 key areas.
Okay.
First, shared values. This isn't just about agreeing on what to have for dinner. It's about fundamental beliefs, family religion, politics, personal growth. Do your core values align? Are you on the same page about the big stuff?
Makes sense.
Yeah.
You don't want to be 5 years down the line and realize you have completely different visions for the future. What are the other areas it highlights?
Second, shared goals. Do you both want kids? Are you career-driven, or do you yearn for a simpler life? It's about being aligned on the direction you want your lives to take individually and as a couple.
It's like that saying, you need to be rowing the same boat in the same direction.
Yeah.
Right, what's the third key area?
The third, and perhaps most important, is mutual respect and understanding. Now, that might sound a bit vague, but the guide gives a great example. Imagine you're having a disagreement, not about something trivial, but about something you both feel strongly about. Can you disagree respectfully? Can you listen to each other's perspectives without judgment and try to understand where the other person is coming from?
That's a really important point.
Yeah.
It's not about never arguing, it's about how you argue.
Oh, yeah.
And that takes maturity,
Yeah.
empathy, and a willingness to see things from another perspective. Now, one thing I really appreciate about this guide is that it doesn't shy away from the possibility of things not working out. So many guides are all about finding the one, but what if it doesn't work out? What does this guide say about dealing with heartbreak?
Well, it acknowledges that not every relationship is meant to last forever.
Right.
And that's okay. It encourages you to see breakups not as failures, but as opportunities for growth.
So it's not about avoiding heartbreak altogether.
Right.
It's about learning from those experiences.
Exactly. It's about emerging from a breakup with a stronger sense of self and a clear understanding of what you truly need in a partner. It's about recognizing patterns. Maybe there are things you need to work on within yourself.
That's really empowering. It takes the pressure off finding the one and shifts the focus to personal growth.
Right. And that brings us to the final stage of the guide commitment. It emphasizes that this is a choice,
Okay.
a conscious decision to build a life together.
So it's not just a feeling.
Right.
It's an active commitment.
Absolutely. The guide highlights the importance of deep trust, vulnerability, and open communication. It also emphasizes the ongoing effort required to maintain a healthy and fulfilling partnership.
So it's not happily ever after.
Right.
It's about showing up every day and doing the work.
Exactly. It's about navigating challenges together, supporting each other's dreams, and celebrating each other's successes.
You know what strikes me about this guide? It's refreshingly realistic. It's not selling a fairy tale. It's acknowledging that relationships take work, but it also provides a roadmap for doing that work and building something truly meaningful.
I completely agree.
This aljubazin.pdf guide, it's not a guarantee, but it's a great starting point. It reminds us that finding love begins with investing in ourselves, being open to new experiences, and approaching relationships with authenticity and intention. What resonated most with you from this deep dive? What will you be taking away from this conversation? Let us know. Until next time, happy exploring.